Hey guys, welcome back to another Nietzsche's live play. Last we left off, we found Madeline, who is Countess's old spirit guide, and I'm gonna ask her the rest of these questions.
I know you.
I have been trying to reach you in your dreams. At long last, I am able to manifest myself here.
Sweet.
But time is short. Will you help us?
Sure.
We've got some questions first.
Yes, I'm sure you do. But time is short. Will you help us?
Yes, I'll help you. I don't have much choice. She's
Exactly.
killed me.
Killed you? No. She left you quite unharmed. But regardless, there is no time to waste. Come with me.
Let's go.
Now just relax.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Spirit adventure!
All right, you. Talk. Where are they?
The pattern! They're going to fix the pattern!
Talk sense, will ya?
The source! Cut off the source and the pattern will revert.
Why do I bother? Great. Trapped on another plane of existence with the Countess of Crazyville. They better know what they're doing.
Hey, what happened? How did you do that?
This is where the link originates.
Link?
The bond between your countess and her hosts. Part of her is trapped here. You must remove it.
Okay.
For the upteenth time, I have no money for your fund.
Show some pity. At least lend us a cigarette.
Ahem. I believe we got company.
Ah. Miss, could you perhaps spare a few dollars for the Joe Gould Fund?
Will you talk like a seagull?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Joseph Ferdinand Gould. I am graduate of Harvard magna cum difficultate and chairman of the board of Wheel and Woe Incorporated. In exchange for a drink, I'll recite a poem, deliver a lecture, argue a point, or take off my shoes and imitate a seagull. I prefer gin, but beer will do.
I've been hearing a lot about you lately.
My reputation precedes me.
Which is weird.
I saw your portrait in the Minetta.
The Minetta. Yes, I'm quite famous there, you know.
I gathered.
It's all thanks to Mitchell, of course. The Joe Gould Fund filled its coffers nicely when he wrote his article.
What are you doing here?
I don't quite know myself. We've all got to be someplace. As I understand it, I was mentally linked to my old friend, the Countess. I wish I'd known. It explains everything that my work was trying to prove.
Your work.
I have had many callings. I studied the seagulls of the world and learned their language. I spent months measuring the heads of 1,000 Chippewa Indians.
Wow.
But before I died, I was putting to paper the most important literary work known to man, the oral history of our time. With a compilation of the conversations of the city, overheard in bars, subways, street corners, and diners. Put together and studied properly, it would have revolutionized everything.
How did you know the Countess?
We met in a diner like this one. We'd often spend a week or two walking along the docks to discuss seagulls. She had many interesting theories on seagull linguistics. Then, one day, she disappeared. But a link had already formed between us. It's everything my oral history was trying to prove, that we were all linked.
How would it have revolutionized everything?
Yeah.
We were all connected, every single one of us. But how? Think of the ramifications if we found out.
It sounds like quite an undertaking.
It was my life's work.
Till you died.
What's your connection to Joseph Mitchell?
Ah, Mitchell, my benefactor. He made me quite famous, you know. But my goodwill only extends so far.
Why's that?
A cigarette, he has them. He won't give me one. It's demeaning to have to beg for one measly cigarette.
You should carry your own.
I'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Hello. You're Joseph Mitchell, aren't you?
I believe you have the better of me, Miss
Blackwell. Rosangela Blackwell.
Blackwell, huh? I might have known.
You met my auntie.
Your auntie, yes. I do see a slight resemblance. I did warn her to leave well enough alone, but she was determined. Let's hope that you can do some good here.
What are you doing here?
We are echoes, leftovers, if you will.
Leftovers?
We were linked to the Countess when we were alive. When we died, part of ourselves got trapped here.
So you're not a ghost?
Not fully. I'm not sure what I am. I remember living, I remember dying, but I don't feel like Joseph Mitchell. All I know is that when I thought of death, an eternity with Joe Gould was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
What is your connection to the Countess?
I don't know. I never met the woman. Joe Gould was the one who knew her. He had a special bond with her, apparently. But somehow, he passed it on to me when he died.
How
Next
is
thing I
that
knew, I was
possible?
murdering people by writing about them. There was no choice. I had to stop writing.
Did you know Charles Meltzer?
Yes, I did. He worked at the New Yorker back in the late 70s. He would come into my office and ask about the old days, and I was happy to tell him.
Aw.
I knew he would never cut it as a reporter, but he
Yeah.
had a very keen, analytical mind.
True.
I almost forgot all about him, but it appeared a link formed between us, nonetheless. When I died, my connection to the Countess passed on to him.
Why did you write about Joe Gould?
He's a fascinating man. Intolerable company,
Yeah.
but fascinating.
Yeah.
He exemplified everything about New York at the time. Its artistic expression, its frustration, its joy and heartbreak.
Yeah.
His oral history,
Man, this is a
the idea of it,
dialect-heavy
energized the
episode.
work of dozens of writers and intellectuals. But the more I got to know him, the less I wanted to be around him.
Oh, shit, really? Huh?
Charles Meltzer is using the Countess to kill people.
By accident?
No, on purpose. He sent her after me.
Now, that's a shame. I'm aware that through my actions I killed a few people, but I could forgive myself for it, since I was unaware of what I was doing. But many times I thought to myself, I have a weapon, it's untraceable, nobody knows about it. I could use it, but I did not. I was tempted, but I did not. Not once. You have to stop, Charles. Break this link, destroy this place. No more innocents should have to die.
I studied some of your work in journalism school.
Now that's just foolish. I was a relic, even before I died. The city I wrote about has long since evolved and changed into something completely different. But that's New York City, isn't it? Wouldn't be New York if it stayed the same year to year.
True.
I'm sorry you had to stop writing.
So am I. But what else could I do? Let innocent people die? No, I don't regret the choice I made. Not for one moment.
How do I break this link?
I wish I knew. I'm afraid all this is a bit beyond me.
How do I break...
I'm afraid
Did you ever read Joe Gould's oral history?
that it never existed. Or if it did, Mr. Gould never shared it with anyone, which amounts to the same thing.
You know why I never wrote it down. People would have died.
You didn't stop telling people you were writing it, did you?
What could I say? The truth? They would have chucked me in a loony bin.
Yeah, I think they were gonna do that.
Why don't you give him a cigarette?
When you give that man a cigarette or a drink, he likes to talk. And the only subject Joe Gould likes to talk about, at length, is Joe Gould. And the only person for him to talk to is me. So, I do not give him a cigarette.
Alright.
Would you give him a cigarette if I spoke to him for you?
I might. If you can get him away from me, I might. But we can't leave this diner, and the door to that kitchen is locked.
Can't you just float through the wall?
Believe me, I've tried that. It doesn't work. Not here.
Whoa.
Thanks for...
Thank you, Miss Black.
Mr. Gould,
She returns. Say, can you spare a few dollars?
I'm afraid I'm...
Fair enough, fair enough.
Hmm.
The Countess is killing people.
Murder? No. No, I refuse to believe that. She couldn't hurt a fly.
Why is she called the Countess?
That's what she chooses to call herself. Far be it for me to tell her otherwise.
The name doesn't seem strange to you?
When you lived a life like mine, you take people at face value. Who cares
Wow, this
about
is
names?
Dialogue heavy.
I once knew
episode.
another fellow without a name. Called himself the Deacon.
Oh shit. Deacon?
The Deacon? You knew the Deacon.
Oh yes, he was this gloomy career drunk. One summer night while sitting in a doorway of the Bowery, he caught the scent of sulfur. He looked up and saw the devil himself standing over him. Since that night he believed he lost his soul. Not the most charitable drinking companion, if I may say so.
No, he wouldn't be.
You knew
So-
him?
Sort of.
when
Fancy
he's dead.
that.
You want to...
Yes, I want a cigarette. It's a
I'd like to read the oral history.
and I'd like you to, but I'm afraid it belongs to the ages now.
There was also the problem of it never existing in the first place.
Of course it existed, only not on paper. It was over 3 million words, 3 times the size of the Holy Bible.
Liar.
The work transcended mere parchment and ink.
What about those essays you published in the Dial?
A passing fancy, nothing more.
You wrote essays?
For the now defunct Dial magazine. I still have the originals. Do you want to see?
I'd like to
Essays.
see that essay.
Here you go.
It appears to be an essay about insanity, but the handwriting is so awful I can barely make it out. Just as well. I don't have time to read all this stuff.
Hey, paperclip.
I don't think he'll miss this.
Ooh, illegible words. Immunity is the topic of interact me petite matters that pork the strong willpower and blah 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 humor never go off their nuts. I almost have first-hand information about it. There have been times when the black mood was on me. I needed every bit of self-control that I possessed to maintain from thinking aloud or using my hands in wild gestures that would have brought a curious crowd around me and eventually have landed me in the solicitation. So I wonder what my link with Joey is. The gods so much as witchcraft. Science affirm this once I may do go again. Okay, I can't.
Here you go.
Always glad to share.
There's probably something in there.
Mr. Mitchell.
Yes.
Wait.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell.
Thank you, Miss.
It's from the 50s, right? So.
Easy. What's that noise?
That's creepy.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes.
would you give him a cigarette if...
I might. If you can get him away from me, I might. But we can't leave this diner, and the door to that kitchen is locked.
Can't you just float through?
Believe me,
How...
I'm afraid.
Thanks for talking, Mr.
Thank you.
Mr.
She would say,
I'm afraid...
very.
You want to say...
Yes, I want to say.
Leave him.
I'll talk to you later.
Sure. Things to do, people to see, I understand.
I don't know.
There's nothing in here.
That's like the only thing I can click in here, huh? Besides the door.
There's nothing in here.
I was actually trying to click on the cupboard.
That's weird. There's a strange glow coming from inside. Hello? Is someone in there?
She comes.
Are you the Countess?
Countess, one of our names. Yes. I no longer live, but part of me remains. Leave me.
Who are you?
Part of a whole. Left behind. Safe here.
This is fucking
Leave
creepy.
me.
Are you the
Countess, what am I know? Leave me.
I need to take you out of here.
No. Safe here. Warm here. I stay in warm places. Too cold out there.
My hand goes right through it.
No. Too cold. I will survive here and save fire. Leave me.
I need to...
No. Warm here. I stay too cold.
Who are...
Part of it left. Safe here. Leave me.
This is weird.
Well, see ya. I'm talking to an oven.
Hey.
A sound idea. I'm sure it made more sense than most people I know. So this is the kitchen. Such a bare and emotionless place.
Oh.
Not even a bottle of ketchup.
There might be some liquor in the cabinet.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes.
the oven in the kitchen is talking.
Is it now?
This doesn't surprise you.
Miss, look where we are. I stopped being surprised ages ago.
Gould has left the room.
I see. Thank you for that.
Have you reconsidered giving him a cigarette?
I suppose I have been a little hard on the man. Here, I don't smoke anymore anyway. Give him the whole pack.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Miss Blackwell.
Okay. So now I have a cigarette. Kind of like when Lauren does have a cigarette. See? Like a pack of cigarettes. Give it to Joe Gould.
Joseph Mitchell wanted you to have this.
Ah, nice contribution to the Joe Gould Fund.
Mr. Gould,
She returns. Say, can you spare a
I'm
ferret?
liking your cigarette?
It's delightful. Here, feel free to join me.
Sweet.
Thanks, but I don't smoke.
You might as well keep it. When a man is rich, he can afford to be generous.
Aw.
Does something about that oven look strange to you?
Nothing about my life has ever made sense.
True.
Why should an oven be any different?
I'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Let's try the warm on this.
Is this warm enough?
Warmth, safety. The flame will carry me. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
That sounds ominous.
He disappeared. What about out here?
I can't explain it, but I have the feeling that my time in this place is ending.
I'm breaking the link. It'll all be over soon.
Over, yes. I can't say that I ever understood any of this, but I do know one thing. Gould was right. We are connected. Every single person on the planet. It's a pattern so complex that we can't even begin to understand it. So don't try to understand it. Gould tried, and he lived a miserable life. Just live, and be happy in living. Anyhow, you best get gone. You got a job to finish.
Holy shit. Ugh, I don't want to end here, though. Let's see.
This place is starting to fade.
That's good, right? Once this place is gone, the link is gone too.
Right?
The killing will stop.
This means something to you, the killing.
She killed someone right in front of me. I want to stop that from happening again.
Imagine that. Genuine heart. Your predecessor was not graced with such compassion.
Lauren was
Predecessor?
awesome.
Do you mean Lauren? My Auntie Lauren?
We should not stay here. This place will soon cease to be.
Screw
Come.
you. Lauren was awesome.
It's broken! The bond is broken! I'm free!
Way to go, Red.
My head. I understand everything.
Everything?
I hurt people.
Yes, that was you. But look, whatever happened, it's done. You can't do anything about it now. It's time for you to move on.
No, this should not have happened. He will not kill again.
Hey!
Oh, come on.
It's about time you got back here.
What? I tried.
What did you guys do?
I did it, Joey. I broke the bond.
Yeah, you broke it all right, and our friend just blew.
She did not enter the white light?
No.
Oh, that is a problem. She has free will and is loose in the world. With the power she has, who knows what damage she can cause.
Great, just great. I don't know who you are, lady, and I don't care. But just leave the spook work to us, okay?
Yeah.
I have little choice in the matter. I am bound to this plane. What happens next is up to you.
Wait!
Who are you?
Let's get out of here.
I gotta Google Madeline. I have a feeling she's evil. Get up.
Whoa. Little dizzy.
Careful, kid, you've never been under for that long.
At least I'm alive.
Yeah, everything's peachy. There's a killer ghost on the loose, and it's our fault.
But we broke the
Sort
link.
of.
She doesn't have to kill anymore.
You want to tell her that?
Who would she want to kill anyway?
I think she's going to kill Charlie Meltzer.
Oh,
Kind of
him.
milk it.
The guy who wants me dead.
Yeah, ironic as all get out. We'll sort it out later. Let's get going.
Unfortunately, I am over my time limit. So this is where I'm going to end it, you guys. Now I have a magic cigarette. Just like, comment, favorite, and subscribe if you like this video. Give me some suggestions on games to play. And I have a list, but it could be longer. See you next time, guys.